Hey everybody, here's a quick tip video to clarify how to handle mileage when it is in relationship to a BTFF event or training, and you're completing a BTFF training justification form. We're going to handle that differently than some of the counties that use mileage for in-county travel. So I have this quick tip video to show you what that looks like. And it's also reiterated in the employee handbook. So the first thing you're going to do is come to Abacus, which is where I am right now. And then as you can see here in the upper right-hand corner, I can either submit a corporate card expense, which is what most of you usually do, or I can click this caret and drop down this menu, which has new reimbursable expense. Mileage, you're being reimbursed for mileage. So you want to create a new reimbursable expense. When you do that, this box pops up. And the first thing you want to do is come to this field here, which is like the expense type, and you're going to select mileage. This does not have anything to do with how it is categorized for budget purposes. That is still handled in the category field down below. This is just setting up the form so that you can capture this expense as mileage. And for BTFF related travel, you're not going to use these from and to fields. Instead, you're just going to simply add the number of miles driven. So if you drove 100 miles round trip, so this would not just be each way, you would do it for a round trip. Then it will automatically calculate the dollar amount, which is $44.50 for 100 miles. Then you're going to select your budget category, which if it's for BTF related travel, we're going to select BTFF regional statewide meetings. Then you're going to enter the purpose of your trip. So required BTFF training that occurred on, let's just say 8/24. And then I want to make sure that I also update the expense date to 8/24 and not just leave it as the date that I'm creating the expense. We want the expense date to match the actual day the expense occurred. And then select your county. And again, we're going to leave these blank. You can X them out, or you can just leave them here. It doesn't matter. And then you're going to hit submit. Once it's submitted, you then now have this add receipt function. And so you will add your training justification form, and you will also add a map, either MapQuest, Google Maps, whatever you prefer to use, that details the round trip. So the to and from address and total miles there and back. And it should match what you entered into the form manually. So if you entered 100 miles, you should be able to add a Google Map or MapQuest, some sort of map document that also adds up to 100 miles. So that's really it. Once you've added those, then you add the standard statements that are found in the handbook, which include this. I hereby certify and affirm that this claim of reimbursement, okay, many of you have probably done this already. And then your supervisor will come in and add their required language. And we're all set. And then once you've done that, your supervisor will be able to approve the expense. And when it comes to me, I will be the final approver on that. Please reach out if you have any questions on this and anything related to mileage or travel expenses for BTFF related travel. And I look forward to seeing you all on the next Quick Tips video.